Hello and welcome to the Duck and Wow YouTube channel. I'm your host Lee Dean, and today we're going to be talking about Ducktails. Claimed as the first aerodynamic appendage on a car ever. Dreamed up by Porsche. Is this all true? Does it do anything? People say it does nothing. With the release, Singer-Williams collaboration car with their extended ducktail and roof channel pumping air. Talk about the old one not being as effective. So let's get into that. What happens if you put one on the back of your car? What happens if you don't put one on the back of your car and you put a front splitter on? What happens if you put both? What happens if you take them all off and go the classic look? What's the consequences there for fast cornering? Now, of course, the first ducktail appeared on the 1973 Carrera 2.7. When it came out, it wasn't dubbed the ducktail, but as legend has it, the Porsche sales department of the time wasn't too friendly about this strange looking appendage hanging off the back of the car. They said it looks like tail of a duck.
Every duck's got his limit, and you scum have pushed me over the line.
Enough! But now, of course, it's an icon and everyone's putting them on 964s, classic cars. They reappeared in 2010 on the Sport Classic, and now you can even get one on your brand new 911. Of course, the ducktail came about from Porsche trying to get rid of the characteristic of oversteer through high-speed corners in the car. In fact, with the classic, lovely, beautiful 911 shape, it wasn't designed in a wind tunnel, but unfortunately that beautiful shape creates lift at the rear axle. Now this isn't good, so the faster you go, the car tries to lift. As the car lifts, the rear axle has less grip, and if you then slot the thing into a corner, the rear end tries to come around. And many test drivers will agree that the addition of the ducktail spoiler on the rear, obviously, and the front splitter totally transforms the characteristics of the classic 911. So we're talking the long hood 73 with the ducktail and the front splitter. Now Porsche said on the Carrera RS of the 70s the ducktail was obligatory, meaning you could not order the thing without it. But why would you want to? Now the ducktail spoiler on the Carrera RS doesn't produce downforce, but it does reduce lift. It's a lift killer. Not only that, adding what looks like an air brake on the back of a car actually increases the vehicle's top speed. And that's mainly attributed to the quite upright front windscreen. So the wind is bouncing off the front windscreen and then swooping back down again. What would then create the characteristics of lift? The air becomes spoiled as it flows down the back of the car, decreasing lift. Alright, so let's note it up a little bit. The drag coefficient of the 911S of that era was 0.409, while the Carrera RS was 0.397. Now the front axle lift on the 911S was 0.064, and on the Carrera RS was 0.07, mainly attributed to the giant decrease in rear axle lift. Now the rear axle lift on the 911S was 0.290, while the Carrera RS was 0.084. Now obviously the visual differences on the two cars is open to discussion, but opinion is undivided on the advantages of the ducktail spoiler in regards to airflow. Now, to the vehicle's top speed, the Carrera RS topped out at 152 mph. It did a 0 to 100 km/h or 0 to 62 mph in 5.8 seconds. Now Porsche did some testing to see what these spoilers did to the vehicle's top speed. Alright, so when it comes to the vehicle's top speed, the Carrera RS tops out at 152 mph, about 245 km/h. But they took off front and rear spoiler on the Carrera RS and put the S front and rear deck lid on. And that car was 4.5 km/h slower in its top speed. They then put the ducktail on and it was 0.5 of a kilometre faster. Took the ducktail off, put the front splitter on, and it was 2 km faster. And all this proved that the testing was irrelevant and they had the best spec on the car already. Now we're jumping around a little bit with our imperial metric measurements, but the giant difference here with the splitter and the ducktail spoiler is the lift. The lift difference is massive. When you move into the turbo series, it gets even better. Now legend has it that the ducktail positioning looks a lot like someone left the engine lid open. It was discovered by accident in the wind tunnel when someone did just that. So the signature feature of the 911 ducktail is that it reduces lift. How much? It reduced rear axle lift from 145 kilograms, 320 lbs, to 42 kilograms, or 93 lbs. Now that's massive. Aside from this, the thing took the effective center of pressure towards the back of the car, as well as providing better cooling for the air-cooled engine. So if you've got a classic 911 and you're trying to smash it around the track with no ducktail on the back, and you're wondering why the thing's all over the place, get yourself a ducktail. So there you have it, the classic 911 ducktail. Thanks for watching, see you next week.